Down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. From the gun, Dunn. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on 1st down. Dunn. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And a short return to the 6-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. That's some strong running. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And here's a give to Gibson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line and linebacker. Second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run. It's Gibson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A carry for Gibson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson and bulldozing his way through. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he is out of bounds here. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final readout on next-gen stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Back to throw. Done. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. On second down, here's Gibson again. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They're going to try and throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 16. Operating from the gun. Done. Buying time to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 46. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Watson off play action. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will add on to their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
The final shot before the break. Watson letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot. And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On first down, it's Gibson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here with Gibson. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And Washington has made this a one-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
From his goal line here, Watson. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Fielded just inside the 30. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Gibson. And some room to roam now. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They'll run on first down. Gibson, heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A give to Gibson running right. Oh, he gets loose right side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 24 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Open man here is Foster. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On 2nd down now, it's Hawkins. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 25. They'll keep it on the ground. Hawkins. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. From the red zone now, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans have broken the tie. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Gibson again. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gibson. Powering his way forward, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Off-play action, done. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He finds his man, complete. It's Contreras. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So on fourth down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Here's a quick throw to Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Off the play fake. Done. Here's Freiermuth again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. They'll run with Gibson, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. One more time with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Now it's Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Done. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So it's Washington with the football. Here's we welcome you back.
They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late goal.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run. And just lost track, and it cost him.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. He's back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
On 1st down, it's Gibson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Finding Samuel. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw again. And this is caught. It's Brown. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir. That touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something. Forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Hits his running back, Pirine. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.